I found something very interesting in the book of Genesis. After the serpent asked her, did God really say you must not eat from any tree in the garden? Eve was saying to the serpent, we may eat from the trees in the garden, but God did say you must not eat fruit from the tree that is in the middle of the garden, and you must not touch it or you will die. On verse 6 it says, when the woman saw that the fruit of the tree was good for food and pleasing to the eye and also desirable for gaining wisdom, she took some of it and ate it. So that right there is temptation, pleasing to the eye, and then something that she desired, which is gaining wisdom. And that got me thinking, who else was wanting to gain wisdom? King Solomon, right? So I went to 1 Kings chapter 3, and this is where, long story short, God was asking Solomon, ask whatever you want of me to give you. And Solomon was basically, humbling himself and saying, God, you made me king after my father David. Basically, you put me in charge of this great nation, these people that are too numerous to count or number. And then in verse 9, he asks him something very distinct. It says, so give your servant a discerning heart to govern your people and to distinguish between right and wrong. For who is able to govern this great people of yours? In verse 10, it says God was pleased that Solomon had asked for this. If you fast forward to verse 12, it says, I will do what you have asked. I will give you a wise and discerning heart so that there will never be anyone like you. So I looked at these two comparisons and try to find the differences between the two. Eve wanted wisdom. It says that the food was pleasing to the eye and desirable for gaining wisdom. So her eating the fruit leads me to believe that she wanted to gain more wisdom. And her eating the fruit was her taking matters into her own hands and trying to gain wisdom her own way. Instead of the way Solomon did it, Solomon asked God for the wisdom and for a discerning heart so that he can lead the people. So at the end of the day, because Eve took things into her own hands, God banished her from the garden. And for Solomon, since Solomon came to God and asked him for the wisdom and the discerning heart, he gave him what he wanted. So this is a great lesson for all of us. When we're wanting something, when we're wanting more knowledge, we need to come to God with our petitions and we need to ask him, for the right way to do things. We got to constantly be in communication with him and asking him for these things, because if we take things into our own hands, then we might not be doing the will of God. We might be doing something that he doesn't want for us. And at the end of the day, it's going to turn into heartbreak for us. Remember, God cares about even the smallest things. So be in constant prayer and communication with him.